They say blood is thicker than water. I used to believe that. I don't anymore. The last time I saw my car, the one I worked 3 years to buy, it was parked neatly in our driveway. Metallic gray. Still smelled like new leather. I handed my mom the keys, told her, "Use it. Take it as mine. You deserve it." Her eyes glowed. Her voice cracked when she hugged me. I thought I was doing the right thing. 2 weeks later, it was gone. At first I thought she'd loaned it out. Maybe service, maybe errands. But then I found the receipt. Not hidden, just tossed into the kitchen drawer with grocery lists and old bills. A transfer of ownership. Sold. $40,000 gone. Not for debt, not for an emergency. No, she sold it to fund my sister's graduation party. A ballroom, designer dresses, catering that looked like it was for a wedding, not a diploma. And me? I wasn't even invited. I saw it all later, on Instagram. My sister twirling under crystal chandeliers, mom laughing in sequins, champagne toasts rising. And there, in the background of one photo, was the car. Not mine anymore, parked outside for the guests, a trophy of their betrayal. I didn't say a word. I learned silence is more powerful than screaming. When you scream, people defend themselves. When you're quiet, they grow comfortable. And when people are comfortable, they get careless. A month passed. I was folding laundry when Mom strolled into my room like a queen giving orders. She tapped her nails against the doorframe and said, "My birthday's next week. Buy me a car. A new one this time." I stared at her, and something inside me broke. Quietly, without noise. I didn't argue. I smiled, nodded, said, "Of course, Mom." And that was the moment the plan wrote itself in my head. My sister and my mom liked the show of things. Glitter, status, spectacle. They never looked beneath the surface. That was my advantage. Step 1, I opened a second bank account. Clean, separate, only in my name. Every extra dollar I had went there. Step 2, I researched cars. Not the shiny ones, but the fragile ones. The lemons dressed in polish. Cars that looked pristine but had engines rotting from the inside. I found one easily, a glossy white SUV, spotless on the outside, but with a rebuilt title and an electrical system barely holding together. Cost me less than a quarter of what my original car was worth. Step 3, I prepared the stage. I cleaned it, waxed it, wrapped the steering wheel in a red ribbon. When I drove it into the driveway, Mom's eyes lit up like she'd already won the lottery. "That's more like it," she said, touching the hood like it was a crown jewel. My sister squealed. They didn't ask questions. They never do when the gift is shiny. The day of her birthday, the family gathered. She paraded the SUV like she'd earned it. My sister live-streamed, showing the world the perfect gift from her perfect child. And I stood there, silent, watching their applause drown in their own vanity. The car lasted a week before the first failure. The engine light blinked, the radio died, the battery drained overnight. She called me, furious. "What did you buy me? It's a piece of junk." I said calmly, "Mom, you sold my car for a party. Did you think I'd hand you another fortune?" The line went silent. I could almost hear her choking on her own entitlement. The breakdowns got worse. Towed twice in a month. Repair bills stacked. Every mechanic told her the same thing. This car isn't worth fixing. She tried to sell it, but no one would pay more than scraps. She raged at me, at the world, at herself, though she'd never admit it. And me? I drove past her house one evening in the car I'd actually bought for myself. A different one. Sleek, reliable, quiet. I parked far enough away that she couldn't see me, but close enough to watch her struggle with jumper cables in the driveway. Her sequined pride replaced with sweat and curses. My sister nowhere in sight. That was my closure. Here's the truth. Revenge doesn't need fireworks. It doesn't need screaming confrontations or broken glass. Real revenge is slow, patient, a mirror you hold up so they choke on their own reflection. She asked for a car. I gave her one. And in that gift, she finally received what she truly deserved. Not a vehicle, but a lesson. That everything shiny has a cost. That betrayal doesn't come without consequence. That even blood can bleed you dry. Do I regret it? Not for a second. Because the best part wasn't watching her car die in her driveway. It was the silence that followed. The same silence I gave her when she sold mine. Only this time, she knew what it meant. I had given her everything once. This time, I gave her nothing wrapped as everything. And she destroyed herself with it. Justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. And when it does, it's louder than anything they'll ever forget.